Good morning, children. Thought for the day. Where there is a will, there is a way. This powerful thought tells us that we should understand our priorities. For example, right now you are a student and your priorities are your studies. So, apart from doing anything else, first, your priority is to complete your work, to read the chapters, and study well. And to do all these things, definitely you will find a way if it is your priority. And that is why it is said that where there is a will, there is a way. With this thought, let's get started with a new chapter, Static Electricity. Do you have the experience of the instances given below? What is the cause of these effects? A plastic comb or ruler rubbed on dry hair attracts pieces of paper. You can do these activities and find out if it happens, or you must have already observed. If we pass near a polyester curtain again and again, it gets attracted towards us. If we rub a blanket with our hands and take it near a metal object, a spark is seen in the dark. Okay, so do you know of other such instances? Yes, you must have definitely come across some other instances also. So, what do the above observations tell us? These examples are just a glimpse of the electric charge that all the objects in our surroundings hold in abundance. Electric charge is stored even in our bodies. All substances are made up of very tiny particles. Electric charge is an intrinsic property of these particles. Though in this way electric charge is abundantly present, it is always in a hidden state. This is because two opposite types of charges are present in equal numbers in these substances. When the positive charge and negative charge on an object are balanced, the object is neutral. That is, there is no net charge on the object. If these charges are not balanced, the object is said to be charged. So now let us understand what is electricity and static electricity. Electricity is a form of energy. Electricity is the flow of electron. All matter is made up of atoms, and an atom has a center called a nucleus. The nucleus contains positively charged particles called protons and uncharged particles called neutrons. So what is static electricity? Static electricity occurs when there is a buildup of electric charge on the surface of a material. It is called static electricity because the charges, they do not move. The electricity we use every day involves moving charges. And here the word static means charge does not move or flow. So there are two kinds of charges. After being rubbed, a plastic ruler can attract paper scraps. Here, ruler carries electric charge. It exerts electric force on paper, and this charging method is called charging by friction. And the interaction between static electric charges is called electrostatics. So where do charges come from? If number of electrons is equal to number of protons in an atom, then there is no charge on it. It is balanced. Hence it is neutral. If number of electrons, that is negatively charged particles, more than positively charged particles, that is protons, in that case the atom has negative charge. And if the number of electrons, that is negative charged particles, are less than positively charged particles, that is protons, then there is a positive charge on the atom. Now, where do charges come from? When a balloon rubs a piece of wool, electrons are pulled from the wool to the balloon. The balloon has more electrons than usual. Here in this case, balloon has negative charge and wool has positive charge. So rubbing material does not create electric charges. It only transfers electrons from one material to the other. And the above examples are of transfer of electric charges due to rubbing or friction. And hence they are all examples of static electricity. Combing transfers electrons from the hair to the comb by friction, resulting in a negative charge on the comb and a positive charge on the hair. Try this. How would two charged objects interact with each other? Rub one end of a glass rod against a silk cloth. Due to the rubbing, a small charge will get transferred from one object to the other. As a result, both the objects will become somewhat charged. Suspend this rod freely in air with the help of a thread. Now charge another glass rod in the same manner and bring it near the suspended rod. What do you see? The two rods push each other away. Now take a plastic rod. Rub one of its ends against a woolen cloth. Bring that end near the suspended glass rod. Now what do you see? The two rods are pulled towards each other. So what do you find in the first experiment? The two rods carrying similar charges push each other away, and this is called repulsion. We learn from the second experiment that rods carrying opposite types of charges get pulled towards each other, and this is called attraction. The scientist Benjamin Franklin named the electric charges positive charge and negative charge. So objects with like charges, they repel each other, and objects with unlike charges, they attract each other. Okay. Now different materials, they have different strength of attraction for electrons. If two objects of the same material are rubbed, no static charge forms. If two different objects are rubbed, they will have different attraction to the electrons. The stronger one will take away from weaker one and static charges build up. What is the origin of an electric charge? So, as we have seen earlier, all substances are made up of particles, and those particles are ultimately made up of very tiny atoms. We shall be looking at the details of atomic structure later. At this stage, it is sufficient to know that each atom contains a stationary positive charge and a moving negative charge. These two charges being perfectly balanced, an atom is electrically neutral. So all objects are made up of atoms, which means that they are electrically neutral. Then How do the objects become electrically charged? For some reason, the balance of electrically neutral atoms gets disturbed. For example, when certain objects are rubbed against each other, the negatively charged particles on one object go to the other object. The object to which they go becomes negatively charged due to an excess of negatively charged particles. Similarly, the object from which the negatively charged particles go away becomes positively charged due to a deficiency of negatively charged particles. It means that of the two objects being rubbed, one becomes positively charged and the other negatively charged. Now you can see a table. Here you have to first take the objects mentioned in the chart near some small pieces of paper and observe what happens. Then rub each of these objects in turn against one of the given materials and take it near the pieces of paper. Record your observations in the chart. Okay, so this activity is a homework for you to be done today, and fill the chart so that we can discuss it tomorrow. So what you need to remember is atom is electrically neutral. It has equal amount of positive and negative charge. If for some reason the negative charge decreases, the atom becomes positively charged. And so is the reverse, that if for some reason the positive charge decreases, the atom becomes negatively charged. Thank you.